And I don't think it's letting the cat out of the bag to say that we're preparing for 2 more initiatives that will be focused on the needs of local immigrant youth. But today we're celebrating new building blocks for our community. Immigrant settlement services, enhanced language training for foreign-trained IT professionals, and financial literacy that will ensure those living in poverty can take advantage of the special incentives available through the Registered Educational Savings Plan, and do so with holistic supports. These are relevant investments for our community. For over 30 years, LEF has grown to become a foundation for this community, the old city of York, the neighborhoods of Mount Dennis and Weston. We're a foundation, not in dollars, we're a foundation in action. A foundation for change for literally thousands and tens of thousands of individuals over our 30-year history as they've worked hard to remake their lives in a new country and remake their lives after adversity. For 30 years we have served immigrants, but always off the side of our desks, and now we can focus on that endeavor. For 30 years we've assisted individuals in budgeting and planning for the future, and now we can do so with a focus and incentives that can be passed on to their children. The announcements today are really not about funding. They're certainly not about LEF becoming bigger. They're about helping people to integrate in the new country. They are about, fundamentally, building strength in our community. And these investments will build on the strength and entrepreneurial spirit of those who chose Canada as their home, linking them to the strength that is York, York South-Weston, Mount Dennis, Weston, a strength that has defied the odds for over 40 years of being one of the province's poorest riding. There's a strength that this will leverage that ignores the label priority community and continues to connect and build a rich fabric of social networks that is committed to long-term change. These investments will build a strength that is evident today by the partnerships that exist, both formally and informally. Partnerships leveraging capacity to make a difference, such as LEF's longtime relationship with Microskills, and Kay Blair's here today to speak to us. Microskills is a powerhouse of action focused on the needs of women and unleashing entrepreneurial spirit. Like our partnership with SETI, a longtime partner in the delivery of self-employment training with LEF and the establishment of the Canadian Community Economic Development Network, and now the national convener of the Financial Literacy, or what's known as the ESI program. People from Jane Alliance Neighborhood Center are here today. Jane Alliance has worked tirelessly for the past decade to help those in need in the Jane Woolner corridor, and with whom we now partner formally through our employment programs. Dixon Community Center is here today. Broad African Resource Center, Trethewey Club up around the corner, all of whom add value and connections and strength for the programs we are celebrating. While LEF is proud to host this celebration, the celebration is not about LEF and our accomplishments. It's about our community. It's about being able to strengthen partnerships. It's about enabling our neighbors, both old and new, to take advantage of the vibrancy of the old city of York, a tiny town in the middle of Toronto. We're celebrating the building blocks that we together can assemble into a brighter future for thousands who now call Toronto and York South-Weston home. Joining us today is Mr. Bruce Stanton, the Member of Parliament for Simcoe North. And for those of us who are geographically challenged, that's north of Steeles. That would be Orillia. I can claim a little bit of knowledge of Orillia, but I'll spare you the details of my family history. But Mr. Stanton's I can't ignore. Born and bred in Orillia, with a brief time in our city while at Ryerson, Mr. Stanton is the 5th generation to operate resorts up in the area since 1884. He's been a leader in tourism, both locally and provincially. Mr. Stanton understands health and safety of workers, something that we train in and work hard to make sure that people are ready for the workplace here. As past chair of the Ontario Workplace Health and Safety Agency, I believe it's past chair, right? Mr. Stanton understands the importance of government, local government, and has walked that talk as the local councillor in the municipality of Severn Township. He understands community as a longtime leader in the local Rotary, and he understands community economic development, which is close to our heart, as he's been a member of the Community Futures organization in his community as well. Sir, I do little justice in this introduction, but welcome you to the LEF family and to the former city of York. We are so pleased that you could be here with us.
Thank you, Peter. I'll have to catch up with you later on those Aurelia stories. I'm interested to find out about that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor and a privilege to join you here this morning at the Enrichment Foundation. It's not too often that Heather and I get the chance. Heather's not with me today, by the way, but we often make a trip from around the Aurelia area, about an hour and a half north of us here, to Toronto, because our family business, 50 years ago, we were founded there around the turn of the century, and all of the customers for our business, in fact, almost 60% of our customers came from the Greater Toronto area and have since the very early days of the business. So our ties to the